So about 2 months ago, I bought some Royal Farlowella, the Royal Whiptail Catfish from Aquahuna. Bought 8, lost 1 as a DOA. The other 7 are still going strong. I am gonna move them out of this little 5-gallon quarantine that I've had them in with this big pot of crypts and some banana leaves and some other plants. And I'm gonna put them inside with, in a 20-gallon tank now, with some peppered cories. I think they should play well together. And there's also green jade shrimp in that tank. Should be a nice tank for them. So I'll float them in this tank for about 20 minutes. And this is the tank with the peppered cories in it. There's one in there. There's a couple of them there. There should be 5. And plants, crypts, some jungle val, more crypts in the pot. Piece of, it's either banana leaf or I think it's bird of paradise leaf actually. And a little piece of driftwood with fern stuck to it. So there should be plenty of bio slime for them to feed off of. A little bit of hornwort on the top. And this tank also has the green jade shrimp. And let's see if I can find some. Right there, around. There's another one there. There's some really mixed colors on these. I'm not sure how they're working out. There's another one right there. Let's see, right there. So I'm gonna clean the filter on this and clean it up a little bit, and then I'll release them. So they've been acclimating half an hour or so. I did a little water change on this one. There's a lot of stuff floating around in it because I just pulled the filter floss out of the filter back there, and I forgot to stick a net under it to catch all the big stuff.
You know, if we had 2 Perrys, we could put a net between them and play platypus badminton. Who's a net? Ferd, that's it. I know what we're gonna do today. No, seriously, who's a net?
Blew it. And I took the pre-filter off that's hiding back there in the shadows. I usually stick a Ziploc bag up around that, and I did, to catch most of the muck and rinsed it out. I want to make sure I got 5 peppered cories in here. So I dropped some algae wafers up front, and I do have 5. The other ones, I don't know where it is around back, but there's 3 right there, number 4 right there. They're doing well. 4 I've had for a long time. And I added a 5th little one when I went to PetSmart a few weeks ago. They had a little bitty one. There's only one left, so I grabbed him. There it is back there. And then there's allegedly green jade shrimp. They're all different shades and colors. And there's some that are really green and others that are almost black and some brown and some clear. So I'm going to have to play with these once I figure out what I'm doing and start culling these. But I'm just gonna, oh, look at this big shrimp there. Yeah, it's hard to see what, there he is. She, it, whatever. So I'm just gonna dump these guys in. I was gonna net them out, and I thought, you know, it's mostly all the same water around here. It was more about temperature because it's a little warmer in here than it is out in the garage, even though I got the heater on out here. It's more confined space. So let's just pour these out. And there's some muck in there from the other tank. And there are 7, which is very cool. There goes 1. Cool little sucker mouth type catfish. I really like these. I can't wait for them to get bigger. I'm gonna let them grow up in here. With the cories, they should be fine. With the cories and the shrimp, they should be fine. Oh, let's get that one out of there. There's always going to be a difficult one. I don't want to leave. I like the measuring cup. Yeah, whatever. Come on. Out you go. Out you go. There you are. There you are. And there should, I think I said it already, lots of bio slime in here for them to feed on. Algae wafers. Occasionally I drop fresh hatch baby brine. So they should be good. I hope so. I had really lousy luck with this tank when I tried the Hillstream loaches. God, I think I lost 40 of them all told. I don't remember if it was that many, but 2 different batches from 2 different vendors. But anyway, these, I said earlier, there was 1 DOA, and these are from Aquahuna, and they took care of it. So I was gonna take the hang on back filter out, but it occurs to me that most of the catfish, including the Royal Whiptails, like a little bit of a current, and that little bit of extra flow coming down out of here makes a pretty good current. I mean, you can see the foliage on the cryptocorynes here. They're moving. Not so much at this end though. What I probably ought to do is move that hang on back filter around the side so it's on the end of the tank. That might not be a bad idea. I guess I could put a little submersible pump in here, you know, make like a little power head. I don't know if that'll blow it around too much, but get them moving a little bit. Because I think they like that. They seem to be bouncing around. There's one feeding on that bird of paradise leaf. Now he's over here coming to say hello. And I see him moving around on the glass and on the gravel down here. So they seem like they're gonna be situated in here rather well. Sure hope so. They're cool little fish. There's one on the side of the pot. That's the nice thing about terracotta pots. They just really collect up the bio slime. So I had a pot just like this, planted just like this in the 5-gallon tank that they were living in, that they were quarantining in. And there was a lot of slime on that pot when I pulled it out. It was hard hard to be able to hold on to it. Keep that in mind, you know, terracotta makes great containers. It looks kind of cool because it's more of a natural look. And I probably have, it could be pond soil in the bottom of this, and the crypts in the pond soil. And then also it could be just old substrate mixed with fluval stratum, and occasionally I'll stick an API root tap down in here to fertilize it specifically. I always fertilize the tanks. I use Greg Sage's Rapid Grow, and I've got to do that. When I did the water change, I put the tap water conditioner in, and I also put a little of the CO2 boost, and then I'll put a little of the Greg Sage Rapid Grow fertilizer in here too. There's only sort of used substrate, I think is what it was. Maybe it was just sand at this end up to about here. Originally it was just all gravel, and I moved all the gravel over to one side, and I think I put pool sand down, and I planted this, and then put the gravel back and planted this side. This jungle valley, you can see I had a couple across the back here, and there's another one moving right there, moving its way forward. And you can't see the stolon here, but except for that little bit, but you can see it here. Jump, new plant, jump, new plant, jump, new plant, jump. And there's a plant coming up in the corner right there, little bitty one. So it's gonna get forced around the corner or forced back because it's run out of room to go there. So anyway, that's my story, and you're stuck with it. The move of the Farlowella, I think I'm pronouncing that right, the Royal Whiptail Catfish from their 5-gallon quarantine tank into this 20-gallon with their new little tank mates, the peppered cories and a bunch of shrimp and some plants. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you subscribe to it, to my channel. And if you'd like, you can always join the channel too. It's $2.99 a month. And I put out a lot of videos, members first. I think this one's just gonna hit the road running. It's Saturday, just about noon right now. So we'll put that out and just open to the public, this one. But a lot of them I put up members first, leave them up there members first for a few days. And then there's usually some information at the end, the link to my eBay store for plants and fish and shrimp, which is changing because eBay is no longer gonna let us sell fish and shrimp. I can still sell plants. So all the fish and shrimp and plants will also live on my personal website, garage-aquatics.com. And if you go there, there's usually a YouTube discount. I think it's YT15 for a 15% discount on everything, including merch. So t-shirts and mugs and like that. So anyway, I'm grateful for you being here and sitting through this and watching these little guys. And like I always say, I love y'all, and thanks for looking.